Hey everybody, it's Tom Woods, September 20th, 2012. A couple days ago, Paul Krugman took another swipe at Austrian School economists, and the subject of the column almost doesn't even matter at this point. It happens to have been a fairly technical one, asking where would Austrians stand on money market mutual funds? Would they want to abolish them, perhaps? Well, obviously, if Krugman really was interested in knowledge and understanding where his opponents stand and maybe learning a little bit something about other points of view, he could have just typed this in a Google search and it would have come up in about 10 seconds. But instead, we get this snarky column in which he even says, I even wonder if the Austrians support financial intermediation. Now, that's a fancy term, but it just means you take your money to a bank, the bank finds a credit-worthy borrower, the bank is engaged in intermediation, in being a middleman between you and that credit-worthy borrower. Yeah, he's wondering if the Austrians support that. I mean, it's such an absurdity, you hardly know how to respond. Any Austrian treatise acknowledges this as a vital service performed on the market. But contrast Krugman's behavior with that of Bob Murphy, my friend and Austrian economist. When people say things on Murphy's blog in the comments section that misstate Krugman's position, Bob intervenes and says, I think you've misunderstood Krugman here. I believe Krugman is wrong, but we owe him this much. We should at least state his position clearly and accurately. When was the last time Krugman ever did the same? Hey, everybody, I think you're misunderstanding the Austrian position. Let me clarify it for you. There are people who defend this man is completely beyond me as compared to somebody like Murphy, who's a complete gentleman. To the contrary, it's Krugman himself who's constantly making errors describing the Austrian position, so no wonder he can't correct anybody, whether it's business cycle theory, definition of the money supply, whatever. He can't get the Austrian position right. He doesn't even care to. It's just contempt and condescension. Then he's saying in his column that really the Austrian school has been embraced by the GOP. It's now the mainstream in the GOP. Again, a total absurdity. I'm sorry, but the fact that the vice president once uttered the name Hayek does not make him an Austrian economist. Both people on the ticket are pro-bailout. Romney himself obviously has no economic philosophy. His statements on the economy are just ad hoc. They don't come from any coherent program. They don't come from any coherent approach to the economy. And I think you would search in vain for one. So this is an absurdity. But as my friend Peter Klein puts it, Krugman lives in a world in which there are two categories, Krugman and non-Krugman. So yeah, I guess we all belong in the non-Krugman category, but that's not a very subtle way of looking at the world. I think you'll agree with me. So what can we do about this? You got this guy writing for the New York Times. What are we going to do about it? Well, first thing is people are not buying the New York Times as much as they used to, so it's going down the tubes. That's a good first step. Second step is support the Murphy-Krugman debate. Bob Murphy is challenging Krugman to a debate. He's raised almost $80,000 in pledges. That pledge money will be held until Krugman agrees to the debate, and then it will be given to a food bank for the hungry. Ah, the equalizing internet. Anybody, no matter how lofty, somebody like Krugman can be brought right down to earth by one viral video and internet campaign like this. So help support that. And then finally, learn Austrian economics yourself. And I have set up a free page for you to do that. And I'm calling it libertyclassroom.com/Krugman. Ah, the poetic justice. libertyclassroom.com/Krugman is where you can find my link to my free do-it-yourself, learn-at-your-own-pace Austrian economics resource page. It also has information on the Murphy-Krugman debate and how you can help make that a possibility. And finally, how you can get a free book this month, September 2012. I'm trying to reduce the supply in my garage, in my inventory center. So check that out, libertyclassroom.com/Krugman. Thanks for listening.